Penguins are a group of aquatic flightless birds. They live almost exclusively in the Southern Hemisphere. Only one species, the Galapagos penguin, is found north of the equator. Highly adapted for life in the water, penguins have countershaded dark and white plumage and flippers for swimming penguin, any of 18 to 21 species of flightless marine birds that live only in the Southern Hemisphere. The majority of species live not in Antarctica but rather between latitudes 45 and 60s, where they breed on islands. A few penguins inhabit temperate regions, and one, the Galapagos penguin, lives at the equator. The stocky, short-legged appearance of penguins has endeared them to people worldwide. They range from about 35 centimeters, 14 inches, in height and approximately 1 kilogram, about 2 pounds, in weight in the blue or fairy penguin to 115 centimeters, 45 inches, and 25 to 40 kilograms, 55 to 90 pounds, in the emperor penguin. Most are black on the back and white below, often with lines of black across the upper breast or spots of white on the head. Color is rare, being limited to red or yellow irises of the eye in some species, red beaks or feet in a few, yellow brow tufts in the 3 species of Eudyptes, and orange and yellow on the head, neck, and breast in the emperor and king penguins. The total populations of some species, such as the emperor, are estimated in the hundreds of thousands, but most species of smaller penguins certainly run into the millions. Immense island breeding colonies, some teeming with hundreds of thousands of nesting pairs, represent a large potential food resource, but the economic importance of penguins is negligible. 19th century whalers and seal hunters visited some colonies for meat and eggs, and a penguin oil industry once took large numbers of the birds. By the early 20th century, however, this exploitation was no longer profitable, and most colonies were left alone nor actively protected. Some species are now increasing in numbers, apparently as a result of the mid-20th century's decimation of Antarctic whales, which compete with penguins for the krill on which both feed. Penguin populations, however, are highly vulnerable to changes in climate and ocean temperature, including recent global warming. Penguins also are very sensitive to depletion of local fish populations by humans. On land, penguins have an upright stance and tend to waddle, hop, or run with their bodies angled forward. Polar penguins can travel long distances quickly by tobogganing, or sliding across the ice on their bellies and pushing forward with their feet. If it's especially cold, they huddle together in large colonies that protect them from predators and provide warmth. These colonies consist of thousands, and even millions, of penguins. Penguins come ashore to lay their eggs and raise their chicks. Most penguins stay with their mate for many years and lay only 1 or 2 eggs at a time. Parents take turns keeping their eggs warm, and when they hatch, feeding and protecting the chicks. For a few weeks each year, thousands of baby birds wait together while their parents forage for food. When mother and father return, chicks listen for the unique audio frequency of their parents' call, allowing them to reunite in a large, noisy crowd. After the chicks fledge, parents will begin molting. Unlike some birds that shed a few feathers at a time, penguins lose all their feathers at once during a process called catastrophic molt. They condense this process to just a few weeks because they must fast during this time. They can't hunt without their waterproof feathers.